Day 2, welcome back. I hold in my hand $360 some odd dollars. Let's get them installed. Okay, this is the one I was most nervous about because they just Farmer Jimmy bobbed a NPT thread into it. So that's sweet. Appears that we're going to get away with it this time. The nice thing is we haven't had rain in like 30 days. Don't know that that's nice, but didn't have to seal up any hydraulic hoses. Just left them out overnight. Nothing getting in this. So, go. A lot easier up here. Reaching over that boom. Hindsight being 2020, I should have brought those other lines with me. But it is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this side off. Good enough? Alright, what do we got? 1 inch. And I'm going to say 15/16. First day operating a wrench. Well, these are swivel, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what I do with that. It's going to swivel where we need it to, which is quite nice. There we go. We got those on. They both swivel as they should. Oh, so nice. Brand new lines. I'm not going to bore you with putting on the other side. They're identical. Everything's the same. We'll pick it up in a minute. All right, that's about the best camera angle I can do. Let's see if we blow these lines immediately. I'm sure we won't. And you guys holler if you see any problems. Ladies and gentlemen, we have liftoff. Hydraulics are holding up the front end. I am not seeing oil just flying out of these puppies. They're wet, but that's just from our shenanigans yesterday. I think these front cylinders are in good shape for what they are. I've always noticed in all my heavy equipment operating, you have a cylinder that's pointed down, you got the gland pointed down, always gives you twice the service life as one pointing up, collecting rainwater. Right there. Just my observation. Let me know if your mileage varies. But we got this puppy done and done. I think we can move our attention, let's say, to the back end. I think I'm going to get in a little better location because that looks pretty dry. It's aimed right at me. Side effect. The whole boom is going to rotate, put more strain on those chains. Sketchy. We'll see if the old rigid has what it takes. Not even a struggle. No need to working that hard when we got a forklift sitting right there. Okay, we're going to take the pressure off of our stabilizer and get this resting on that heavy cribbing. Well, in typical fashion, I think taking off the other side would be more advantageous. So that's what we're going to do. Much better view now of our target. I believe that shiny one right there is the soon-to-be victim. We're going to get rid of this tomfoolery. That's not going to help you when you have a blown hydraulic line. As you can see, we are going into the belly of the beast, trying to locate that line we just cut off. As much as I would love to take you along on the adventure, you're just going to have to take my word for it. It's going to suck. If we make any more progress tonight, I will bring you guys back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, no one has ever accused me of being the smartest cookie in the box, but I think we're going to do some surgery. As you can see, I'm not the first person that has had this idea. These lines are new-ish, and conveniently they're right there. Best I can tell, I have to either drop the entire backhoe right out here with this hodgepodgery of old cab that I am pretty sure was not built to come back off once it was goober welded on. So I think we are going to make the executive decision on the old $1,000 backhoe to open this up. We'll leave this support. We'll keep this plate. I'm a welder. You open this up with a slicer wheel. It'll be surgical. May not look the prettiest, but that'll get us some room. We can get rid of those 3 or 4 lines, grab the line we need, and put this on, quote unquote, easily. Ouch. That's the problem with working on plywood. get a splinter in your butt. Wheel number one. I knew I'd find this handy dandy access panel here. There had to be a way to service this. They just forgot to put bolts in it and you know, make it. Let's see what treasures await us. Delicious. See how deep she is. Not bad, only a 1/2 inch. Only a 1/2 inch deep. We got some oil impregnated firewood. That's gonna put out the BTUs this winter. Look out. Yeah. I think we can get to these. I think. Took the extra time to use those slicer wheels as grinding wheels and polish off all of these sharp edges, because you know that's gonna crack loose and you're gonna be wishing you did. I'm also going to hack off what is left of this protector shroud, because it is what has damaged our gland nut. I think that's the gland nut. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now we've got our hole opened up. I'm gonna go after lines. There's still no point in having you guys on film. It's just gonna be wrenching and smacking knuckles. We'll bring you back if we make progress. Found the issue why this is weeping all over the place. We have a smashed flare fitting. O-ring seems to be good, don't know. But you can see we've got some deformation there. And if you look here, the new hose has no squish on that one part. It would be like a 10 o'clock position. There's no compression squish up against it. So I would say we're on the right track with that. We'll see if we can get that new. Ladies and gentlemen, we are crazy close. We are all the way back in there. I've been documenting these hoses as I go just so I don't forget. Eat your heart out, YouTube. We're getting the job done. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one line out of the machine. We will now take this up to the local John Deere dealership and have them make it for, I'm sure, $100, and we will try to reinstall it the next night. Welcome back, everyone. It is day number 3 with the hydraulic hose disaster catastrophe that we are continuing to battle. We got our parts made this morning. Let's see if we can knock them out, get this baby back up and running tonight. I have another hydraulic line made. I got this part right here that was damaged. You saw that earlier in the video. Let me flip this around. And got that right there. The O-ring does seem to be a little puny on that. I'm gonna see if I can switch that out for one that's a little bit better. And we're going to be trying to switch the O-rings out on these components that we have loose in the tractor, because I don't want to put in a triangular O-ring when I have fresh ones just sitting here on the shelf. We are headed back into the belly of the beast. There's not going to be any good camera angles here, ladies and gents. So like I said, I'm going to be trying to replace those O-rings if I have them. And we're just going to get started. There's nothing to it but to do it. And we will give you large updates as we go. Note of safety out here, I have the rear end blocked up. I have the stabilizers lowered. Obviously this one does not have any lines on it, but I also have the slew on this thing with a 4x4 block wedged in it, because I'm working right in here. And there actually is a slight grade this way. So I don't want that thing all of a sudden I crack some line loose and she just goes kersplat. Obviously, I'm still not trusting all these chains. I'm certainly not trusting any of these hydraulic lines. As you see, they're blowing all over the place. Stay safe out there, guys, so we can keep wrenching and bringing these old girls back to life. Got our parts 90% of the way cleaned up. There's still some schmutz here and there. Come on, focus. Still some schmutz here and there in the grooves, but guarantee it's cleaner than this old girl's ever been serviced. This one did have some rust on it. I just wire wheeled it off and it'll be good enough. This one seems to have like some kind of a check valve or something. Maybe it's an orifice, I don't know. And then this one kind of does too. Kind of weird. It's like a washer in there sliding up and down. So interesting. We're gonna go install them. Thought I'd get a little action shot here. This is pretty much indicative of the entire project. The old wrench flip over technique you guys have all done 100 times. We have all new O-rings on these, whatever these adapters would be. It's like O-ring to JIC. Please comment if you know, or send me a link on the Facebook page or to my email. I'm sure I could search for the same link. Plenty tight for an O-ring fitting. Let's move on to the line. In the interest of not being a complete hack on everything, I've been brake cleaner in the eye. Been spraying all my connections. If you'll remember, one of these was damaged. We got that replaced. No problem. Let's coil this big slimy nasty in there. There we go. Oop, two-hander. You guys probably can't see now. Come on, catch. Hey, we're in. We're in. Hot dog. Switch back to my modified wrench. Oh yeah, hit that like button. I think it was old Chucky 2009, who, do not get me wrong, that guy was a hack. If you think I'm a hack, go look at his videos. He said, if you're not breaking stuff, you're not making stuff. I'm sure he didn't come up with that, but I would encourage you to go out and break something. If you're not breaking anything, you're not doing anything. Maybe it's a better way to say it. Gonna give the carpals a rest. Stand up so we can put the cojitas on that. Plenty tight. These last two, right here and right here, I'm just gonna skip, guys. It's just for the stabilizer. It's not riveting content. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have all of the hydraulic lines done. That sucked. Pardon the mayhem. I normally like a cleaner workspace, but it is what it is. We have 2 modified wrenches. I expect everyone on YouTube to explode. Will be hilarious. We have repaired this old boogaloo here that was damaged on the end. You can see that flat spot through the plastic. It's previous in the video. You know what it is. You were there. We got shiny hoses. I had to clean these. They were so nasty. This entire bottom end is filled with sand and dirt mix. Super gross, super nasty. We're clean, we're tight. Let's go glug some oil into her and see if the functions work. Let's try not to slop this just everywhere too ungodly. That's what I didn't want to do. I hate 5-gallon buckets. I should have just told them to bring me the freaking single gallons. It's so worth the money. I have the 12-volt pump. I could have got that, but it takes longer. Guess we're gonna have plenty of rust prevention on the old girl. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna crawl up in the cab and work the controls. A little bit sketch because we have chains that are under tension, but I think if I pull the controls back, it should raise. That's normally how things work. And we'll see if we can get these chains off and raise it back up and see how the functions do. Wish me luck. Like, share, and subscribe if you've made it this far. Well, the chase for the hydraulic lines has not come to an end just yet. As you can see, the machine just got a bath. We won't have to worry about turtle waxing the back end anytime soon. Tried to take one scoop of gravel right there. I was getting excited, and I got these two crunchy crunchers right there. This one's not going to be long for this world, so we know what we've got to do the rest of the night is pull those. They're short. It'll only be, you know, like $500 for those two, so that's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna wrap up this video. I'm pretty sure it's closing in on like an hour long. The old Ford, it has not beaten me yet. These lines, not gonna record getting it off. You've seen it all before. These are out in the open, they're easy peasy. They are fighting me though. I'm gonna have to slowly heat them up with a torch and get them to crack free because I put a cheater pipe on my wrench and it's just trying to round them off. So we're gonna wrap up this video. If you enjoyed content on the old Ford Backhoe, $1,000 Backhoe, hit that like button, share the videos on your social media platform, and subscribe if you're new. I'd like to thank everybody that came along on the adventure, and we'll see you next time.